You're listening to Zoom the TBT with Charge and Hayner.
Hey guys, Charge Hayner from Zoom the TBT, and we're going to continue our Wichita regional preview. Charge, how exciting is it to get into this bracket a little bit more in Wichita?
Yeah, no, this is, just an amazing event. We talked about how deep and strong the Wichita bracket was already. So as we go through these quads of TBT 2021, it's just amazing how deep the talent is, and really excited for about the guests that we're going to have on and the quad that we have. It's so strong, so deep, and it's going to be great show they put on.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm very excited to have our guest too, head coach of the Fort Worth Funk, Nailon. What's going on, man?
How you doing?
Doing great. Really excited to have you on. You don't go often to have an NBA veteran who had a very long career, both in, overseas and America on the show. So it's really an honor to have you on here. Tell us a little bit how you got involved with the Funk.
Well, actually, me and a buddy of mine, he used to help the Bayheim team get organized and get into TBT. So, he moved, he relocated to Texas area, DFW area. And, he's a real big fan of, basketball. So I was playing his son, and, one thing led to another, and he came to me and said, hey, if I, got a TBL team around here, would you be interested in coaching? And I was like, sure, So, we stayed in touch, and, one to another, and then the TBT popped up. And, he still had good relationships with the guys from TBT, so he reached out to him, and, he came to me and asked me, hey, how would you feel if we try to form a TCU team? And, if we, formed a really good team, we can get a lot of votes to get in. He thought that we had a good chance to do it. So it actually, it got quiet a little bit. So after a while, it picked back up pretty strong. And, the last 3 weeks, we formed a team and got all the guys to do the videos, got all the votes in. We did a lot of social media stuff, drew up the logo, so to speak. And now we, about to start practicing July 1st for, our trip to Wichita to play the Arkansas team.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So obviously having some experience in that GM role, especially if they've been affiliated with Bayheim's Army, goes a long, long way. But I'm really excited about this Fort Worth team, the TCU team. Obviously, Lee, head coach and former Cleveland Cavalier. You guys got Alex Robinson, former Can Charge player. So got some Northeast Ohio ties there. So really excited about this team. A lot of them have that experience and have played together in the NIT and won that NIT tournament back a few years back. So how important is that going to be to the build of this team and how quick you can ramp up?
Well, it's good that, half of the guys that's on the team that went to TCU, they're local guys. So, that's one thing about DFW, high school, elementary, middle school, high school, you see the same guys, you play against the same guys. So they've been playing together since elementary, middle school, so the 5 to 6 guys, core guys, they've been playing together since day one. So that's pretty good that, once you start practicing, they kind of know each other. So we just got to get, more familiar with each other. And I think we got enough time to where we can pull it off. I'm excited about the team and, all the positions that, that's being held as the 1 through 5. I think we got a strong 7. So I think we got a good chance to, beat the Arkansas team and, make some noise. I know that they don't have the pick to win, but again, it's just he say, she say, and the numbers.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this roster you're facing, obviously you guys have a lot of talent, but I'm really concerned about this game from your standpoint because, and by the way, quick shout out to TBT Thoughts. Forgot to mention him last time for providing the stats for their shows. Do you have Charge a break from that? So Coach Nailon, you're facing a triple-headed backcourt of Barford, Hannes, and Fortson, who put up 27 in China. That's a big challenge. How do you plan on scheming that defensively?
Well, we got a couple guys that, that lay their hat on, one-on-one defense. So, we'll show them a crowd and make sure that, we keep track and make sure at any ball screens, we're going to try to, get the ball out of their hands and blitz the pick and roll. But again, these guys can score, but the most important thing is that, all 5 of the guys on the floor, they communicate, understand that, one guy can't beat us. So we got to just make sure that we, keep guys in front of us and help each other.
Yeah, I definitely got to try to get. I mean, got to get the ball in these guys' hands. So I'm really curious. And TCU is known for playing really, really good defense.
Yeah.
So that's something definitely I really expect you guys to come with a lunch pail. So going to the other matchup, by the way, have you had a chance to look at your potential second round opponent? Obviously, again, and we're doing a full regional preview. So have you looked at all the ALS D3 teams? There's a lot of talent on the other side of the bracket from you guys.
I haven't really looked at them again. I'm gonna start, going to YouTube and try to see if I can track down some of these games from last year and try to see if there's some similarity as far as the roster, or see if anybody added new. But I just want to do one game at a time. I don't want to look ahead, so to speak. So my focus all right now is just on really us and getting the gym together and trying to get ourselves ready for Arkansas.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you got to take one kind of time at TBT. You really can't force the issue and look ahead. That's how you get beat. But it is interesting looking at this matchup briefly. So this is a regional preview. ALS has sort of the same vibe with a triple-headed backcourt of Randall Dentman and Dominique Johnson. All these guys are stone cold scorers, killers. So really, a scheme that works against Arkansas can almost kind of work again with ALS in a way, because you had to have that triple-headed backcourt. So with the plan again, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, a lot of the TBT, a lot of the teams, they got a lot of dynamic one-on-one scores. So I think if you play team defense and give them different looks, don't just stay man to man, mix it up with a zone or whatever, full court press and try to speed the game up a little bit. But these guys can score, so it's gonna take a whole team effort to slow these guys down.
Yeah, it's assuming they get past D3. This is the best squad D3's actually had. And every time they come to the tournament, they haven't won yet. They've been really close in their matchups. This is by far the most talented team they've had. So even talking about ALS's potential matchup, you very well might be playing some Division III guys in the next round. So Charge, looking at this really good quad, we had to make some very tough decisions here. And I think it's fair to say that Coach Nailon might be a little disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Team Arkansas, had to pull from Jalen Barford this year, so there's a lot of kind of goodwill coming from Barford. They lost Corey, but picking up Courtney Fortson's been absolutely huge for Arkansas. Dusty Hannah's, giant pickup, and this is one of these ones I struggle with because obviously, good friends with Keith, and I've been with him on the pod, but the Fort Worth. Yeah, too many forts. Funk is an exciting new team. I love Alex Robinson. He's a good floor general, going to do some really good things here. And Arkansas struggled a little bit in the TBT. They've yet to advance really, really deep in the tournament. So this is one of these ones. If they don't bring their A game, I think we can see a surprise here. So I'm going to stick with Arkansas right now, just based on what I see on paper. But I know Fort Worth is going to be ready for the battle.
Yeah, we're going to be ready. And again, we only had, 3 weeks to really form the team, but we've been having, a small sample size of roster or how it would have looked, if we would have, stayed ramped up in the times that we started speaking about where we had, a few months to prepare for this tournament and not just, 3 weeks to a month. So, again, I think we're gonna be a team, and with all due respect, I do, expect them to pick the team that's been playing in the TV for a while. So, we just don't come to Wichita and put on the show.
Definitely put on a show. And honestly, so Charge, look at the other pick. Also, it's almost a clean sweep with everybody picking ALS. I went with D3s. I just think they're due. I know ALS is a great sponsor, or a great team, and a really great squad, but I really think they've got a chance to be upset here. Not because they're not a good team, but I'm really wondering if D3 is just due. And plus, I just can't pick all chalk. It just feels weird. Charge, how dumb am I?
I don't think really dumb. I think D3 is better than some of the teams that are ahead of them in the seeding. I had them placed a little bit higher. I think Mike is always prepared, great coach, always has the right guys playing together, good cohesion. I just hate the matchup. I wish they would have gotten anyone but ALS, and I think ALS is just going to be a little too deep. But D3 trust me, this is going to be a game, just like Sons of Westwood, just like Bayheim, just like, going to be LS this year. It's going to be a battle. So, D3 is always ready to play. I wish they would have gotten a little more favorable seed, but it is what it is. And, we'll see. But I don't think it's a silly pick by any stretch, even coming from you, Hayner.
Yeah, because I usually make silly picks. Lee, real quick, I want to ask you a question before we let you go. Thanks for coming on, by the way, again. Did you have a role in designing what is by far the coolest new logo in TBT? Because the Fort Worth Funk logo with this, just obviously a pimp's hat, is amazing. Like this is, I mean, literally all I've seen of that is a pimp named Slickback from Boondocks is literally all I see when I see your logo. Did you have a role in this?
Well, we got a couple logos that we're just releasing. The first one. We got another one. It's gonna be kind of cool. We're gonna have the guys wear it once we get to Wichita. But I played a small role in the logo. I think TBT played a nice little part in it, along with our marketer Paige. I think she played a little part in it too.
All right, awesome. Yeah, I agree. We love different and original, and the Fort Worth Funk is definitely bringing it. So, Lee, I appreciate you jumping on the call with us. I'm excited to see what you guys do in Wichita as a first-year team. As I said, I'm really excited about your team just because of some of the Northeast Ohio roots with the Cavs and the Charge. So we wish you the best of luck in Wichita, and hopefully we'll see you advance to some further rounds and have you on again.
I appreciate it, man, for having me on, man. I just want to thank all the, Fort Worth fans at TCU basketball operation for helping us in a short time pull this off and be elected to be in the TBT this year is an honor and a blessing. And, we're never going to, take this moment for granted. And, without the Lord, none of this would be possible. So I thank you guys for having us on, and we'll be speaking soon, I'm pretty sure. So thanks, you guys. You guys got a great show. Keep doing a good job.
Thank you,
I appreciate you. Perfect way to close it out. So thanks again, Lee.
This has been Zoom the TBT. Thanks, Lee.
Hope you enjoyed listening to Zoom the TBT with Charge and Hayner. Subscribe to YouTube, follow on Twitter, and give us your money.